Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So we covered fishies, so that is amazing. Because I already covered these as tips, this is not an actual level, it's just a tip. I'm just gonna quickly delete this and keep making, just create a brand new one. Level tips, okay. So you don't need to delete your level, do not delete your level. If you've created something, keep that. I was just showing you guys tips, so I don't need to keep that as a level. See, it was already a mess, but it is explanational. Okay. So power-ups, this shoots enemies, very straightforward, and you get 5 of them. It's going to be quite a long video, so I'm going to speed run it. Okay, this boosts your movement speed. Okay, let's just place all of them. Go, zoom out by clicking that setting. Make the movement speed of the camera a little faster, so now let's move, it's a little faster, okay. Alright, just put these, this is the starting portal, this is the ending portal, right next to each other. E. This is a cage over here. Switch. Gotta remember the switch, yep, so that's a long name. Okay, I'll put the goggles somewhere here because it's for the water. Okay, let's quickly add our water a bit, just for the demonstration. Totally forgot, this is the top of the water, so it looks really nice. Okay, obviously that's super messy, okay. So yeah, that's what goggles are for, because if you jump straight into water, you'll die, because you need goggles. Alright. Yeah, this is a checkpoint. So this, although this looks identical, sorry. So this says checkpoint, although this looks identical in the editor. See, when I click on this object, this is a cage, right? But then this one that says checkpoint. The preview looks identical, but as soon as I click on it, you can see it's a checkpoint. Freaking car over here, okay. So I have like a grapple hook somewhere here. Oh, let's add our boosts for the car in different directions, and then a blueprint at the very end. Okay, so yeah, a new level is enough for us to explain the rest. Okay, so this guy shoots enemies. This guy makes you move faster, this guy makes you jump higher. This one heals your health by double of what it currently is. And then this guy, see, this is a portal. And why doesn't the portal work? Well, we have to configure it. So in order to configure a portal, you first have to set the ID of the exit. So set the ID of the exit to be 0. Okay, and then from -1 means it doesn't exist, the ID. 0 is the first ID. So now both of them are 0, so it should be connected. Let's see now, unlike it didn't work from last time, let's see the portal brings us to where we are. And as you can see, because I land there, jump there, it is in an infinite loop. Okay, so that's the portal. And this key is supposed to be for this one. Now what happens when you don't do this one first? Well, this is kind of specific to the portal. So if I do this one as 1, and then I set, sorry, never mind. I'll set this one as 0, okay. So if I set this one as 1, what this will do is, if this does not exist in any exit portals, it will just not save. If I hit edit, as you can see, it's still 0. So that's why you need to change this exit portal first, and then you need to change the entrance. So that's just for the portals. Just keep that in note. Okay. Key, okay. This one doesn't really matter which one you set up, but I think it's just best to follow convention. So as long as the numbers match, so I think you like this 0. Okay, so just do the thing that it's connected to first, and then put the key. Okay, so the target mag will change. So now it's going to look for that, and now it exists, right? So now look what happens. Okay, now look. As soon as I collect the key, this thing that we have, it has the same number, right? So they're connected. So this key unlocks this bridge. This little animation, and then once that animation's done, you're free to go. As of right now, this switch does nothing. This checkpoint is here because if we die, it'll go back. Let me just move the checkpoint a bit, just for demonstration purposes. Alright, so I'm gonna move the checkpoint. Oh, sorry. Move it by like 3 times speed. Oh no. To the right, to the right, to the right. Okay, I'm gonna deselect. Okay, so you can see this needs a target platform, so we're gonna set that one first. Hold up. Yeah, so this is specifically for spikes. So this switch doesn't work for other objects. See, it says target spike buffer. So this switch only correlates with spike objects. And what it does is it turns them off, okay? So these guys, you can change the direction. As you can see, they're quite hazardous. But basically, just give them the index. This changes where the stuff moves. But you only see changes to this when you reload the editor. So when you click play and you come back. But basically, if we give this value of 0, right? Because -1 means it's not a number. This is now a valid index or ID, whatever you want to call it. And then we go move this one from 0, because now that's 0. And it should work. And do the same with this one. This one's 0. Okay. Now check this out. So yes, we have to wait for this animation. Okay. And then once that's done, okay. Now look, it stops. Right. I don't know why, but the second one had the same ID, but it didn't stop. But at least the first one stops. I think maybe we didn't set it up. Yeah. Okay. Or it could be a glitch. It's nothing serious, but at least the fact that we set up the first one with the ID, it runs. Okay, and then when we hit the switch again, it stops. Okay, so you can turn it on and off. This is a checkpoint. So let's say I die. Okay. Well, why? Literally committing suicide right now. Wherever I die, I'll just come back to where that checkpoint is. You can place these in your levels. And look, I respawn. But it does look like I respawn with 0 health, but as soon as you get hit by something, it'll refresh the health. Okay. Now look, I can swim. Why can I swim? Because I have the goggles. And of course the water ran out, so well, and we're back in action with the goggles. Because see, I can swim, I can move to the top. But obviously it's not a very big swimming pool. As soon as I move to the bottom, there should be ground, right? But here it now falls with gravity. And then the checkpoint brings back. Okay. So without the goggles, if you try getting to the water, you'll die. Okay, this is the car. This pushes you forward. That boost pushes you backward. Okay. To leave the car, press Control L. And on mobile, there's a button to leave the car. Okay, so that's the car. Okay, and this grapple hook, we have to give it a little something. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly delete these guys just because I don't want the key interfering. Okay, this no problem. Okay, so basically for the car, it's obviously boring to not have anything on it. So let's really quickly do this because I'm not trying to show how to make a level. Just some tips. Okay, so let's just add one slope. Okay. So these are predefined slopes. You know, it's just nice and big. You know, you don't have to put in a bunch of blocks. See, it's a bunch of blocks put together. And then we have some curves too. Obviously, in the editor, we cannot put a curve together. What we can do is we can click on curve and we get a curve like this. Obviously, it's a combination of blocks, but it's nice and curved. And it's, you know, you could walk on the curve, but the thing is, remember when you go on slopes, it doesn't tilt. But the car, however, the car does tilt. So when the player goes here, it's not going to tilt, but when the car goes on slopes, it does tilt. Okay, and then move this guy all the way over here. Okay, and then we'll just demonstrate what he does. So we're just going to use this guy. And what do you guys think? Do you think the grapple hook will work right away with these objects? No, because by default, we can pass through these objects. So deselect, select all of them, turn off passable. This way the player can't go through them and then jump on top. Instead, it's just like a hard solid block. That way the grapple hook would work it. So as soon as you cling onto them, you'll be able to swing. And then there's a blueprint that allows you to stack 4 blocks. Alright. Okay, so let's say I enter the car, and I can leave it with Control L on PC. Look at that, it's nice and fresh. You can jump a bit using spacebar and whichever direction you want to jump. Okay, so let's say you want to jump forward, then you go like that. So you want to jump backward, then you press jump and back. You can see, and you can also flip too. So unlike the player, the car actually slides on the slope, so it's much easier. Then you can just boost your car forward like that. Hit Control L to leave the car. Okay, as you can see. And once the car runs out of gas, unless you collect fuel, which allows you to get. So let's see, we have a nice grapple. So obviously, you guys come up with lots of ideas, but look at that. You let go, See, as soon as you hook onto something, it brings you up. So obviously you guys can make really cool levels with the grapple hook, but I'm not going to do that here. Okay, and then this thing is very simple. You got 4 of these specific blocks. It's not like Minecraft where you can change what you press. And obviously it's snapped too. You can't just, press it anywhere. This stops it from being a mess. So like it's nice and like grid-like, right? So it's just snapped in by default. This, and then you have one more, and then boom, you're done. Right? So that's basically what the blueprint is. As soon as you collect it, place these 4 button blocks and they stay in the level forever. Okay. So that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next one.